Miami, 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 Miami. It feels like Miami.
Welcome to the Miami Heat Beat postgame show. Following, I don't even know what to describe what we just watched on God's Monday. I'm your host, Giancarlo Navas, and with me today, we have our saucy takes, Coach Lu. You're muted, sir. Off to you.
Oh,
just like the first half Heat offense.
there you go, man. I'm big on mute the whole fucking game. What is going on? I'm just coasting, guys. Call me Jimmy Butler. Shit.
And with the fresh cut, Alphonse Sidney.
Not really fresh.
I don't know. You look good. That tape looks good. You look good. I haven't seen your face.
Listen, bro, not doing post game shows for a few months.
You look young.
Done wonders for my skin.
Look how happy this guy. This guy looks like $1 million, bro. Even chat's like Alf looks clean.
Listen, last year was tough, man. Did you watch that regular season?
You know what it is? It's only game 4 or 3 or whatever. I lost track.
Yeah,
that's why he looks like this. Wait until
there's no weight on me to like really care about these games. This is beautiful.
Chat says
listen,
like
somebody the other day was like, "Yo, did you go to Dubai to get that hair transplant?" I'm like, "Yo, my hair. What was my hairline that bad? Like, was it really that bad?"
I got Eternal and Royal Shepherd trying to plan a trip to Turkey with me to fucking do a hair. I was like, "Dog, the three of us are down bad."
Count me in.
Well, we're all here. The Heat, listen, they look like not an NBA team for, I would say, 2 quarters, and then
3.
They put the non-NBA players in, and they looked like an NBA team. I want to start with the comeback, man, because Duncan, Tyler, they were cooking. Jovic, I've seen enough. I've seen enough, frankly, and I think these guys like Jimmy not giving a fuck is just affecting their play because the team has to function around him. Alf, I'm gonna start with you. They looked like a fucking NBA team. Dog, you tweeted out, are they gonna hit 90? They got to 114 after you tweeted that because they put a whole new lineup in.
We need Alf tweeting more often.
No, you don't. Like,
about
honestly,
how shitty our team is.
I tweeted way too much tonight. Like, honestly, anybody who's trying to be positive about this Heat team should just mute me. Like, I am honestly, I'm tweeting like a member of the basement this year. It's really bad. No, but most of it's just jokes. Because I do expect him to go deep in the playoffs again. Because I'm not betting against Jimmy, Bam, and Spo. Like, I'm always going to bet that if you get those guys in, they'll figure out a way to go deep. My problem with this team is that they are going to struggle to score all year. And I was right through 3 quarters. Like, they are a bad offense. And the only time, Gianni, that you see them shine a little bit is when they run, when they're fast, is when they have guys out there moving the ball. And, it's not just a stagnant offense. And, oh, my God, why are the Heat struggling to score so much? I mean, they're starting 2 octogenarians, okay? First of all, you want a team to move fast, you don't start Kevin Love and Kyle Lowry. You're not, and honestly, I have no problem with either of those guys. I have problems with both of them together. And you got Tyler Hero out there. And on a night that Bam Adebayo's not there, of course, first of all, you're not getting stops. You're not getting turnovers. You're not getting any of these things. You're not getting out and running. So you're doing a lot of half-court offense, which, and to be honest with you, this version of Jimmy slows them down to a crawl, right? And then so, like, I've been screaming, like, let Tyler shoot. People get mad. I'm like, yo, I don't care how many field goal attempts he has. Keep shooting. Okay, listen, aside, right? I know you wanted to ask about the 4th quarter, and we'll get back to that. I used to coach a Pee-wee basketball team. I've coached a lot in my day. I'm no Coach Lu, but I've coached a lot.
More than
Our offense sucked. I had one good player and a bunch of kids that looked like they ate way too much pace, right? So what we did, I told them, as soon as you get the ball, like anywhere under the 3-point line, shoot it. I don't care if it's an air ball. I don't care because we had a better chance of getting an offensive rebounder to put back than we had of actually running any kind of offense. Like the other coach wanted to run plays. I was encouraging these kids who barely could tie their shoes to shoot hook shots from half court. I didn't give a fuck. Put the ball up there and maybe we get a putback.
Innovator.
At this point with the Miami Heat, they need people to take shots because if they don't, they just have a bunch of assholes running in circles. Like I literally, you watch them. They run under the basket. They see a 7-footer and circle back around. It's just people running in circles. Tyler, shoot the ball as much as humanly possible. And anyway, but back to the fourth quarter. That's what happened when the Heat run, when the Heat move the ball, when the Heat have guys like Jovic catching rebounds and just pushing the ball, they look a lot better. When they get into that stagnant half-court offense, that's what they look like.
Lou, I totally agree with everything that Alf just said. I agree with the pacing. I agree with just Tyler shooting. I agree with hook shots from half court and let them try to all of it. Just all of it.
I'm right there with him, man. Like, I feel like this Heat team, and it's 4 games. Like, let's not draw like massive conclusions. I was pissed at Tyler for about 2 games.
I saw your tweet. You were mad.
It's upsetting because
was that stretch where he like had 2 turnovers and he got blocked?
Yeah. And again, we know Tyler's objective on this team is to score, specifically against drop. That's his bread and butter. But the other parts of his game, we'll get to that later. He has to get better. I'm super happy he got 10 free throws today. Need to see that. But yeah, like we have 2 versions of this team. We have the version that wants to walk the ball up, aka the Jimmy. I feel like even Love he doesn't want to run. He just wants to pass it up there so he doesn't have to run, which is
but here's the problem. If he doesn't get that outlet pass, it's done. It's a wrap.
It's 4 on 5. Wait till we got 13 seconds on the shot clock to get a 5th player. And this is no discredit to Love. He's been playing great, but he's actually been surprisingly good. At least to me, I didn't think he was going to be this nice.
Great.
Great.
He's shooting the ball well and he's moving around.
Good. I said good.
You said great. Run the tape back. I'm sorry.
You did say great.
Damn. Anyways, no, but Jovic, like these rookies, this is the ceiling of this team. How much can you develop these guys to be consistent rotation players? Every time Jovic grabs a rebound, which by the way, they just happen to magically fall in his hands. He won't be paying attention. He'll just grab the ball, and next thing you know, he's running a break. I'm not saying he makes the best decision every time, but shit, he gets you into offense.
Gotta work on that.
And it's okay. You know why? Because he's 19. But it's October. Like, this is the time for him to fuck up. Like, let them run. Literally, I was so upset. Jaime was the one who initiated this fourth quarter run, dropped 8 points. They called the timeout and they said, no, we don't need that.
We need more JRich.
Minutes restriction.
Why? What's
coach? Because of his groin.
Let me tell you guys something.
Fuck his groin. If he's out there, he's going, bro. Fuck that.
Fuck his groin. Just get out
Fuck
there,
his groin. Phrasing. But listen, like, okay, so this whole JRich thing, can we be honest now? Can we be honest?
I want you to say what you texted our group chat today.
No, what it was supposed to be good for the feels. Like, oh man, JRich is home. Like, I did not expect people to think he was going to be like this super productive guy so soon. And like, people were yelling at me when I was like, yeah, JRich is not a backup point guard. Like, that's not who he is. Like, I can't, like people were getting mad at me. Oh, he can bring the ball up. No, he can't. What do you guys? What did I not? Am I the only one?
I was with you, bro. I was like, you guys are remembering a different dude.
What JRich are you remembering? Like, JRich is a nice player, like, but he is not the savior of this team. And then, Lou, to your point, like, we watched Tyler Hero bring the ball up a few times in like a set half court offense, and he got stripped by Bobby Portis twice.
That was the worst, dog. Anybody but Bobby.
It's so frustrating because Tyler isn't a bad player, and I don't think even JRich is a bad player. I just think we don't have a point guard aside from Kyle Lowry. Like, let's keep it 100%, $150, whatever people want to say.
Jovic.
But he doesn't play enough. Shit, I'd rather Duncan. But regardless, our sets, we can't run half-court offense because we have nobody to put pressure on the gym, especially when Jimmy's coasting to this level, and to run a half-court offense. We don't have a point guard. Get out and run.
I call it mailing it in. Coasting is like, you know, you sleepwalk to 17, 5, and 5, This man is just.
I thought he started the first quarter good. I don't know what happened. At some point, his alarm
for the day.
Ridiculous. But
We'll get
this
to
team
him later. But
they need to figure some shit out because as slow as they're playing, they like shoot. That's why I'm so glad whenever Duncan comes in, it's like his objective is to shoot the fuck out the ball. He has no other objective in mind. He's gonna shoot him. He doesn't care if he missed. It doesn't matter. We need that.
Lou, there is nobody on this team that I'm going to be like, stop shooting the ball. Like at this point, they need to get shots up. And like I know it sounds really elementary, right? Drew Smith is like what 4 or 6 from
throw him up, kid. Throw him up.
Yeah, throw him up. Like my problem with Drew Smith is like he's out there and like he literally does nothing. Like he like that's why like
his job
I can't stand
is to not mess up. That's his job.
You tweeted that you missed him today.
No, because like it was JRich and Hero trying to play half court offense, and it was really fucking bad. Honestly, did you not see what happened when Jovic came in and started to run point a little bit? And here's the thing: people are like, oh, like Tyler will bring it up like twice across half court, like, oh, look, Tyler can handle the ball because there's a threat of another ball handler. If it's JRich and Tyler out there, they're like, oh, both y'all motherfuckers can't handle the ball. And Orlando Robinson's out there sitting at 3/4 court, like just in case they need an outlet. It's bad. It's really fucking bad. Like the other team knows our tendencies, right? So if you have Jovic out there, they won't press Tyler as bad because he'll pass to the Jovic. Like so like there's like I think it's just wild when like people just don't realize like what the fuck is going on. Like these guys are just not ball handlers. They're not primary ball handlers. They're not playmakers. Like Josh Richardson makes really really bad decisions. Like
they have a lot of
bad decisions.
The king of simple passes. Like he doesn't know cross court reading.
Yo, the amount of lobs that were missed to Thomas Bryant today, like just easy lobs. Just like the amount of open 3-pointers I've seen missed. Like just open 3-point shooters missed. And like and what we do is instead of like hitting an open open shooter with like 18 seconds left, we pass to somebody at the elbow who's guarded, and then they dribble, pass it out, and now it's 6 seconds left and we're taking a bad shot. Like we're just not playing smart basketball. And this is what I'm telling people. Everybody who tells me that he don't need a point guard. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. You need someone to fucking organize this fucking terrible offense. But no, they don't need a point guard. No, suppose offense is predicated on movement. Yeah, shut up.
They're not even moving
it's predicated on movement because they don't have point guards.
Well, it used to be predicated on movement because they didn't have anybody who could dribble, and now they're just not even doing that anymore. You know, at least some of these guys could dribble. I mean, before it was Gogi and good luck.
Can we talk about, because to Alf's point, this team's ability to or inability to bring the ball up without pressure when we only have like just one Tyler or just Josh Richardson, like it is incredible. And this is why I've been yearning for like Jaime to bring it up, because he's not going to get the best defender. He can just bring it up. Caleb, even like I stated before the season started, like we just need somebody to get us there into offense with 19 seconds left as opposed to 15, so we can have 4 extra seconds to fuck around and still fuck up, but shit, at least we got 4 more seconds to fuck up, if that makes any sense.
No, it does. It makes a ton of sense, Lou. It does.
Because like last year, it was just this.
To me, right now, okay, you have Kyle Lowry. When Kyle Lowry goes to the bench, right? And this is the people just think I'm caping for Kyle Lowry. I'm like, honestly, it's the only capable ball handler we have. Yeah. Like, and honestly, people, oh, well, Jimmy can play. First of all, Jimmy don't even fucking want to play. All right, and you guys,
dog. I have never seen a man not want to be at work like Jimmy is.
Jimmy and Bam can handle the ball. They don't like. First of all, stop giving Bam more responsibilities for the love of God. Like, please. Honestly, Jimmy doesn't even want to play, and you want to give him more responsibility? Like, this is my problem. Like, so whenever Kyle sits, like right now, to me, the guys who should be handling the ball when Kyle is out is Jamie Jaquez or Jaime, whatever.
Juan Wick.
Juan Wick, Jovic, and that's about it. Really, like those are the guys, right? Like, and if those guys are on the floor, you can give Hero ball handling responsibilities because he has an outlet. But a lot of times, what we do, we put Hero, Drew Smith out there, and like Duncan Robinson, Orlando Robinson, and some other stiffs, and like, why can't Tyler handle the ball? Like, and then we get mad at Tyler for not being a point guard when
And
that's
Alf,
not who he is.
Then what happens when you put those lineups out there, like we saw against Minnesota? Nobody can shoot the ball. Look what happened when they got actual ball handlers and like movers. They were shooting. That's not like a random miracle that they started shooting the ball better when they totally changed the fucking formula. That's on purpose, bro. Like, that's not a coincidence.
Do you know how easy Duncan Robinson is to defend when he's not moving?
Oh,
Incredibly easy.
Like, all these guys, like, they're just really easy to defend because they're just standing still because there's no ball movement, there's no motion to the offense. You have like Kevin Love out there, who I love. Kevin Love, like, he doesn't want to move.
If he's not setting a screen, he's not moving. There is no in between.
And here's the other thing: some of Spo's rotations have driven me crazy. Like Kyle Lowry and Drew Smith on the floor at the same time. Like, be serious, grow the fuck up. Spo.
The Thomas Bryant, Duncan, and Tyler lineup is what did it for me.
There's just a lot of weird things happening, right?
They're also very hurt, so I'm gonna give Spo a pass there.
But here's the thing: even at full health, my biggest problem with the Heat this year is that the answers aren't on the lineup, right? So even the things that we're saying, let Jaquez bring the ball up, let Jovic bring the ball up, like all these fucking duct tape MacGyver solutions.
That's not a playoff solution.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
And I'm watching Campaign be serviceable on the other end.
Don't you dare.
I'd kill for Campaign.
I would.
Listen.
I'm dead if this for him. Shit, I don't want him nowhere near this roster. I'll take Drew Smith over him.
I'll take that goofy motherfucker over what we got.
I saw Trilly longing for TJ McConnell, and I'd be like, man, I'd really like me some TJ McConnell.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, I don't know. Can we lure him with DeSantis's Florida? I don't know. that was mean. TJ McConnell's probably a really nice guy. Yeah, man, they have that issue, and they're one. Listen, and I'll say this: like, the one point guard they have is 37 years old. And listen, I thought he played pretty well today, but you know what I mean. So, but you get a night. He's one on, one off.
He was trying today, running around all them screens, trying to guard Dame Lillard.
That was fucked up a spot to put him on Dame. I was like, what are you doing?
He played 28 minutes. No,
I thought he did a good job. I actually thought he did a really good job on Dame, and like,
I agree.
I forgot who. It might have been Tiff who said only Tyler and Kyle can fly home. This was like in the first half. Everybody else has to walk.
Duncan can fly home. I mean,
after the second half. After the second half.
The problem with Kyle Lowry, on a good team in the regular season, Kyle Lowry would play 22, 23 minutes a game.
Boom.
Even as a starter.
Yeah, I agree.
Right?
100%. He's a playoff guy. You have him there for the playoffs.
And then so the thing is, when you came into the season with Kyle Lowry as your only real point guard, right? What was your plan, to play him 38 minutes per game? Because every other option is trash. Because you're not willing to develop Jovic as your backup point. Because honestly, that's who should be the backup point.
Do the Spo. We need an answer.
Yeah, like Drew Smith, like that was your answer. Like, come on, bro. Like, I'm not an X's and O's guy. I'm not an analytics guy. Like, I'm not Nekias Duncan. All right. I don't care if you think we all look alike. I'm not Nekias. Okay. And I can watch Drew Smith and tell you that man is not an NBA player. Like, he's a third string point guard who can give you some spot. He's Kyle Guy, with a JRich curl.
I take Kyle Guy. I don't know. That's Kyle Guy.
I take Kyle Guy. Kyle
Guy sounds nice, bro.
My favorite thing is, he's a good defender. Good. Okay. Keep giving me these undersized defenders who try really hard, and then a 6'7" point guard just suns the fuck out of them.
I think the thing with Drew Smith is that, like, I kind of have a feeling that they just rewarded him for his effort and for him sticking around because they needed a guard, and that was kind of who was in the
And
system.
you getting a participation as trophy guard.
Yeah, I mean, I don't like. I mean, we praised him on the pod that we did after the Celtic game because I did.
Why would you do that? Why
I
would
thought
you
he played
encourage?
well. I thought he
Why
played
would
well.
you encourage this behavior?
But like, he's not an answer, and he's clearly like not there yet. And I think that once they got another guard, he was clearly out of the rotation. Like that was very clear today. So it's a little bit unfortunate.
The guard was Josh Richardson.
Yeah, exactly. Who's not like this world beater who, and we talked about it like, kind of in the preview thing. It's just like, yeah, he's going to be a good defender and he's going to be shaky, from the 3-point line.
And he wasn't even good on defense tonight.
Yeah, I was going to say he was getting blown by a couple times today, which is again,
his first game. Back, yeah.
I'm not going to make big conclusions. My question is, we're over here all like yearning, and I think rightfully so. Jovic should play more. I think Hawkes should play more. I think
Hawkes will. It's just the minutes restriction.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I think when Highsmith comes back, I think he should be in the rotation. You don't think so?
No, he will be. Yeah.
Why is that?
He was laughing at his stupid.
My camera. Yeah, my camera.
Oh.
No. Listen, the funny thing is,
but who sits?
Highsmith fixes a lot to me. Because it pushes Kevin Love to the bench and it splits up Kevin Love and Kyle Lowry, which I think is important. But who loses minutes? I hope Drew Smith continues to lose minutes.
He didn't play today. So out of the guys,
and by the way, Lou, you didn't even mention Caleb, who's also out.
Yeah, sorry.
So when they're all healthy, I imagine they're going to be like an 11-man rotation.
And unfortunately, guys like Duncan are going to lose minutes.
No, I think Jovic is going to be the guy who loses minutes. I still don't think Jovic can defend at an NBA level.
I disagree.
But Jovic,
I'm not there with him yet.
Jovic isn't going to lose but yeah, of course, Jovic is going to lose minutes, but you're going to lose out on guys like Duncan. Duncan's not going to play as much, and also Hawkes is going to play as much, which is a problem.
I think it'll all. So that's kind of, Lou, kind of your point on the mixed bag episode that you think that they should do a consolidation trade because they have a little and you propose kind of not to get into a trade show now, but it just makes sense of you proposing that they should try to flip Caleb for some guard help so that they can kind of consolidate their wings a little bit. You can kind of free up minutes for everybody, because even chats like Jovic shouldn't lose those minutes. And all jokes aside, like they're gonna need to see what they have in him because they're gonna need a guy with his skill set given kind of their roster limitations. Let's talk about Jimmy because I really want to get into this. I think that we have to stop treating a lot of these stars like they're babies because a lot of times we're like, oh, they have to rest and conserve themselves for the playoffs. I totally agree. I don't think that Jimmy should be on the Tom Thibodeau plan of a gajillion minutes and you gotta score 30 a night. But dog, I mean, you gotta show up because like everybody else shows up. You know what I mean? Like LeBron's 38 and LeBron shows up. These guys like Tatum shows up. A lot of these guys show up. And for him to I think he's been blocked more than he's dunked this year. He doesn't look like he's in NBA shape, which good for him. I mean, you had a long, playoff run, and I know that you had the hurt ankle, but you skipped preseason for your dental procedure. Alf, he doesn't look like he wants to be there. He doesn't look like he's ready to play. And frankly, I'm not going to doubt that guy, but they're not built to just not have him there. It's crazy.
Okay, go ahead, Lou. You got something?
No. Go ahead. I like the way he said that. He phrased that question. Go ahead. Good job.
Listen. Okay. So at my job, okay, I am one of one at my job. And when I take some time off, shit don't get done.
You're the Jimmy,
okay?
You're the Jimmy of your job.
But you know what, motherfucker, I'm going to take my time off. Okay? That is your fault. That is your fucking fault for not for not getting me back up, right? For not investing in help for me. That is not my bad. I should be able to take a day off and you not completely go to shit, okay? So listen, especially if I've been carrying your asses for the last 4 years. So I do not listen. I'm not blaming this on Jimmy.
I'm not blaming it on him, but I think he deserves a piece.
No. Of course, listen, Jimmy, you're annoying. You're really fucking annoying.
Yes.
But you come through when we need you. You know what probably should have been done? Build a capable roster that Jimmy could have an off night and you don't look like complete dog shit, right? Build a capable roster with somebody else that can get to the fucking basket, right? Build a capable roster with at least more than one point guard where the fans aren't saying, we don't need a point guard. We have Jimmy Butler. He's not a fucking point guard. He's barely a shooting guard. He's not
a shooting guard. He plays small forward and power forward.
And honestly, he should be playing a lot more power forward.
Yeah, he should. I was gonna say he should be a forward.
Okay, so we keep doing this. Jimmy has carried this team for 4 years. Jimmy is getting older. Jimmy deserves some fucking rest.
I don't disagree.
No. The fact that this front office has failed to put a team around him that can look competent when he needs a night off or when he's having an off game is not Jimmy's fault, right? Now, Jimmy should play a little bit more, of course, but at the end of the day, Tatum is way younger. You're bringing out Tatum. LeBron is not. LeBron and Jimmy will probably play the same number of games this year.
No, but what I'm saying is that LeBron brings it every night. Like I'm not talking about the games played thing. I'm like Jimmy hasn't had a good game yet. You know what I mean? Like, and he doesn't.
And maybe he's hurt. I don't know.
That could be, but he doesn't look like.
But if he takes the games off and doesn't play when he's hurt, y'all will be mad at him then.
I would just rather if he's not right, like you sit out. Like
somebody in the chat said Jimmy's quiet quitting, and I don't blame him.
I did see that. They said he was quiet quitting.
I hope that's not the case, but
if I was Jimmy, I'd play shitty until they traded for Harden. Yeah, I said it.
Oh,
that's wild. I was so anti-Harden. Not to bring this into trade.
I hate James Harden. I hate him. And that is
he and Embiid made me question if I liked basketball.
Yep.
That is the most fucking plug and play move I've ever seen.
And I was gonna say
only move left that to me.
You want to see quiet quitting? You bring in the master, baby.
He doesn't do that shit quietly. He's like, Jimmy, this is how you're loud.
He's the goat,
about
bro.
this shit.
He's the. Honestly, this Philly episode has made me respect James Harden so more. I watching a master at his craft.
Yes. Dame, you loser. Look at what Harden is doing. That is how you demand a trade.
Bro. He went on camera and he called his GM a fucking liar in China, the country that hates him the most. I'm
fucking Dame's over here thanking Joe Cronin.
He said that shit twice just in case you didn't hear the first time.
I guarantee you that James Harden would lose a power struggle with Joe Cronin. I promise you that.
Oh my! Listen, he'd eat Joe Cronin for lunch.
He'd eat his ass for lunch, dude. This is no contest, bro. My God.
James would have.
He would have got traded. He would have got it traded to Miami, and somehow picks would have came with him.
Yeah.
That's
he would have got it traded and Scoot to Miami.
Yeah, Scoot would have. It would. I don't know if we want Scoot, but yeah. Listen.
Yeah. That's another story. Good luck with them, bro.
How much fun is hate watching this year? I'm watching everyone.
So Alf, I got League Pass. I'm so happy that I can hate watch. I hate watch the Lakers lose to the Kings.
Oh my God, really the Lakers are on right now. As soon as this is over, I'm going to watch the Lakers.
I'm there being a hater, dude.
Like I've been
86 again.
I've been hate watching Gabe Vincent, and now I'm starting to feel bad. Like, damn, bro.
Damn, not Gabe. Hold on.
Bro, y'all talking about my son like that? Oh my God,
dog! They're cooking him. It's a
but
mob, bro.
But we told them.
We did.
We told them. This is Gabe Vincent. Like, you're not gonna look at the box score every game and be like, "Yeah, he had a good game." You got to watch the game. Like, if you're box score watching, you don't like Gabe Vincent.
You know what's so funny, Alf? If you had asked us,
now, if you're basketball game watching, you don't like Gabe Vincent either.
Hey,
Alf, if I had asked you going into the offseason, who would you rather keep? Gabe or Max? Who would you have said? I would have said Gabe, and I look to be really wrong.
No, I was always going to say Max because of the shooting, right? Max is inconsistent. Like, the thing is that Cleveland's falling in love with Max but Max is gonna like. There's a lot of things like Heat fans just like forgive, right? Because Heat fans were so mad at Duncan that there's a lot of like really bad Max games that they would forgive because he was anything but Duncan, right? There's no leeway for that in Cleveland. Like Max is going to do Max things for like 10 games, and they're going to lose their shit about Max. But to me, I'm always well, it all depends, right? If you said I was going to get Dame, I was okay with letting Gabe go, right?
For sure.
But I want shooting around Dame. I want shooting. I'm always going to prioritize better shooting, and Max Strus is the better shooter.
And also, like positionally, even if they got Gabe, even if they got Dame, you know, Kyle is probably not here anymore. So you still need the backup guard, or else it's Drew Smith backing up Dame, and that's a whole other conversation.
But I'd feel a lot better if it was Dame he was backing up.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
That's the thing.
Because Jimmy wouldn't be quiet quitting. He was.
Well, also our point
it wouldn't have mattered.
The point guard rotation right now is really bad in the aggregate, right? Like because we have Kyle Lowry, who I don't hate Kyle Lowry, right? And you know, I'm like one of the biggest Kyle Lowry proponents, right? I just think he's 25 minutes per game.
He's in the wrong role right now.
He's very the role, and that's the thing. The role is right now is primary best only point guard on your team. You probably need him to be if you want to be competitive. He should be playing about 38 minutes per game.
Yeah,
and that can't happen with Kyle Lowry.
The thing with him is that like. I'm going to throw the contract out the window because I don't give a shit. He's shooting the ball. He's shooting the ball well. I think he's defending at like, especially for his age, like a pretty decent level. And I think what you want him for is he's going to just make plays in moments that matter. Like we saw last year in the playoffs, like kind of get those deflections, get those steals off inbounds, take the right charges, all that stuff. That's not going to translate through 82 because like he had, what did he have? 8, 4, and 4. And you might look at that and you're like, that doesn't matter. But like in the playoffs, like that kind of stuff makes a difference, especially because like he probably would have had like 8 assists if like guys hit shots or finish at the fucking rim. That's the other thing that I wanted to kind of get into before we hopped off.
Well, before you go there, I almost called you Kyle. Before we go there, G, the part of the other problem is 8, 4, and 4 is whatever. It's not whatever when a team needs scoring.
Yes,
right?
You're right.
And that is the biggest issue right now with so many of these guys. A lot of guys doing little things. Kevin Love, little things guy. Little things over here.
Everyone's big thing guy.
None of the little things are fucking scoring. Like no, except for Tyler Hero, nobody is scoring. Like everybody's deflecting and stealing and taking charges. And then nothing happens. Like nobody's scoring. Nobody's shooting the ball.
Two guys are scoring.
Yeah, like two. And honestly,
oh no, really, one guy is scoring. The other guy is quiet quitting.
Well, and then like, and when Bam's out there, Bam's trying to score. But honestly,
when
Bam is trying to be your primary scorer,
it's ugly.
It's bad. It's very bad. And I love Bam. And my thing is like, stop. Like what I said before, stop giving Bam more to do. So that's so yes, Kyle Lowry doing the little things is great. And I love when he strips the ball and he hits it down low and he takes a charge. Yes. And then you go back on the other side of the floor and absolutely fucking nothing happens. Right. Yeah. So like who gives a shit? So but anyway, go to your next
finishing on this team, and we can close with this. It's just abominable, man. Like all these guys are at the rim, they can't do anything. I don't. They've gone blocked so often. It's just, I don't know, man. I can't. Lou, you're shaking your head. It's fucking frustrating when they're, bro. How many times does this happen? They can cut it to 3, and they go up for a fucking layup and brick it, and then 3 on the other end, and it's 9, and it's like fuck you.
I genuinely think this is the first time I can ever remember, for as long as I've seen the Heat, a team that shoots more floaters and gets all the way to the rim. It's fucking incredible. A lot of that is Tyler because he's good at those.
And listen, I'm not gonna even say this because he got 10 free throws and he's been getting to the line quite a bit. So,
great.
At least this game and against Detroit, like I'm gonna give him that pass.
Great, but Bam settles for that like little shot, and again he hits it sometimes, but that you don't want that to be your primary source of offense.
Bad. I'm sorry, that fucking Alf, you've seen it. He goes away from contact to like do a sweeping hook. What the fuck?
Oh
is
no,
bro?
that is
that is like,
no. I'm talking about
there's
like that little jumper that he shoots once he gets to that spot.
Listen, I'm taking out Boston because all those blocks were fouls. But I've never seen a team get blocked at the rim like this.
It's
like,
crazy.
It's wild. Like they
He gave
just, like, I mean, literally, I feel like I could block these motherfuckers at the rim. And it's like, it's the weirdest thing. It's like they go, like they pump fake when they shouldn't pump fake, and then they don't pump fake when they should pump fake. And it's like, I don't know if it's in their heads. Like, honestly, Duncan Robinson's their best finisher, which is a problem.
Yep.
He's clean.
Huge problem. Jaquez, like, he's aggressive. I like him, but he gets blocked a lot. Honestly, Tyler Hero get blocked all you want because you just need to go to the fucking rim. Like, eventually they're gonna start calling the fucking
blocked too, bro. Jimmy
everybody's
Jimmy doesn't even
blocked.
Jimmy doesn't even go up though. Jimmy just literally, I don't know. Ever since the scouting report came out that he just likes to pump fake under the rim, he's just getting swallowed up every time he goes down there.
And so now, like tonight, every time he saw Brook Lopez, where he used to just like put his what in Brook Lopez's chest and just fucking go, like, now he's just fucking
what.
Yeah, like, honestly, he didn't give a fuck. He put his dick on his shoulder and like try to get a layup. Now he's like scared as shit and he's passing out. It's just like, I don't know. It's just like really, really bad.
It just, today was glaring. Today was, the other games, like the Detroit game was like alarming, but today it was like, you're just missing a bunch of layups that, like, if you make those, if they make some of those layups, I think they might win this game. Like, that they had no business.
They weren't winning this game.
So many bunnies were missed today.
Milwaukee's baby shit, bro. How you fucking?
No. I'm not saying Milwaukee. Listen,
Alf, none of these teams scare me, bro.
We can end on this. People are like, oh, you dog out the Heat all day long, but somehow you also think they have a chance in the East. And I do have a chance in the East because this class of the East is bitch made. I don't care who they traded for, who they signed in the offseason, whatever the fuck they did to improve their teams. At the core of these motherfuckers, like, look at Giannis. Look at Giannis, NBA champion, 2-time MVP, flexing in October
on Orlando Robinson.
Listen, like loser shit from Giannis, and his brother's probably over on the bench like, yeah, go ahead, King, like fucking just loser shit out that whole franchise. And then you have the Boston Celtics, who, as long as Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown are at their core, bitch made. I'm not afraid of them because all I've seen from them is just fucking lemon booty in the biggest moments ever, right? Like, the only thing that scares me about them is Derek White got a haircut. Like, that shit scares the fuck out of me, right? First of all, because he looks terrifying. And the other thing is, like, he hits big shots. The rest of those dudes, I'm not. You think I'm afraid of Kristaps Porzingis? Look at me in my face, dog. You think I'm afraid of Kristaps Porzingis?
I ain't afraid of no former Nick.
First of all, I'm not afraid of. Listen, that dude is not. He's not. Whatever round they face the Heat in, he will not be healthy, right? So we're back to Al Horford. So when I say I'm not afraid of anybody in the East, and I think with Jimmy, Bam, and Spo, as long as they get in, which right now I'm fucking a little shook. As long as they get in, the ceiling is always going to be conference finals for those dudes. My problem is, what have you done to get them over the hump of winning an NBA Finals? Nothing. Because if the team that we've been watching is a team that goes in to the NBA Finals by some fucking miracle, by Jimmy going goddamn nuclear, that team ain't beating the Nuggets. They ain't beating the Lakers. They ain't beating the Suns. They ain't beating the fucking Grizzlies. I don't care who you put in there. They're not beating anybody from the West. And that's my whole point.
Brass in chat said the only team that scares me is the Heat.
Exactly.
I mean, well said. I mean,
that is beautifully said.
I mean, I don't think there's a single thing that could cast us off better than that. Lou, I'm gonna give you the floor to get a take in before we close out this post game show.
Oh man, the last thing I want to say, man, is at some fucking point this season, we're gonna see Nikola Jovic play next to Bam Adebayo, significant minutes. And whenever that happens, I'll be a happy person. Also, at some point during this season, we will see RJ Hampton get converted or somebody not named Drew Smith, and I will also be very happy.
Okay, real quick, and we'll end the show. Yes or no? Is Jovic the perfect 4 next to Bam, and have you been saying it for years? Lou.
No.
Alf.
I guess.
Okay. See you Wednesday.
I miss Haywood Highsmith.
See you See you Wednesday. Bonds hosting the post game. Signing out.
Deuces.